Right, one moment. Welcome everybody, this is Lorette and this is the Learning Tube. What I'm going to do right now is share my screen, and first I want to invite you to put in any questions that you have into the question box so that I can answer any questions that you have, and I am going to show my screen in a minute as soon as I can get this up properly. What I want to talk to you about tonight, first of all, let me see if I can, let's see. What I want to talk to you about tonight or this morning, as Nikki says, good morning. Nikki, where are you again? You're in, where are you? Australia? Where are you, Nikki? Australia, yes, that's what I thought. All right, well, good morning to you, Nikki. Good morning. Now, what I want to talk about is click to mail. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is direct mail. How many times do you get direct mail, physical mail in your mailbox from, like from us or like from some kind of program that you joined? Like, you don't get mail anymore. When's the last time you really got mail or like a letter from somebody? Anybody? That's not a bill. Something that's not a bill that's in the mail. Let's see. William says sometimes. Oh, Patricia, you're asking about a session on affiliate marketing. Yes, we can do a session on affiliate marketing. Nikki says never. Michael says Dan Kennedy. Yes, and that is because Dan Kennedy is the master of direct mail, right? That's what he does. He's a direct mail person, so yes. And then oftentimes when you do get direct mail, it's like a sales thing, right? William said some use EDDM every door. Yes. So, yeah, so when you do get direct mail, a lot of times it's like a sales pitch, right, to come to our event, which is not bad because I do think you should vary what you're doing for what you're sending in the mail. I do recommend that. But I do want to remind you that this is, one of the things that used to be back in the day. It was very big. You used to get a lot of things in the mail before email, right? Oh my goodness. Before email is when you used to get this type of stuff, and then it stopped, right? Because of all of the new technology, because you can use email, because you can do things like that. But now, places like email, of course, still works. All this digital stuff still works. But I think, we know it's important to go somewhere that there isn't as much noise, is what we call it. So, there's a lot of noise when it comes to being online, and there's a lot less noise in your mailbox, right? So if you're putting something in the mailbox, you're going to stand out because people just don't get mail like they used to anymore, right? So before you get a stack of junk mail, and now you just get a couple bills, and if you have something there, you're going to stand out. Does that make sense to you? Like, to go places that's less noisy, right? Less noisy. And so, yeah, so the fact that other people stop doing it, use that as your advantage, right? Use it as your advantage. And there's a lot of different technology, there's a lot of different websites out there that do this. One that we use is called Click to Mail. Now, like I said, I showed this to somebody else, and they were telling me that Vistaprint actually does this very well. Like I said, there's a lot of different companies that do this. This is just one that we've used in the past, and it's worked out very well for us. And this actually goes directly through the United States Postal System. So, Nikki, for example, you probably, well, if you have clients in the U.S., you could use this. But actually, you can ship worldwide with this. So what am I saying? This is universal. But let me show you what this does. And yeah, it's expensive for Australia. But we've used this for many years, and some of you, I don't know if any of you on this list has ever received anything from us in the mail. Has anybody received anything from us in the mail that's on the call? No, nobody has. Okay. Well, Michael, you should have, because we sent out stuff with, you were in Deal Site Profits, Michael, and I know we sent out stuff for Deal Site Profits, so that surprises me that you're saying no, because you were part of Deal Site Profits. Am I right, Michael? Oh, at another address, okay. So William says he did get something from us. All right, well, good, somebody did. But some of the things that we've sent out in the past, we've sent out holiday cards, like Christmas cards we sent out, and we've sent out, after people order a product from us, they would get a welcome letter, like a welcome letter from us, a little envelope with a welcome letter saying, welcome to the program, these are your next steps. And then we'd also put in the back of it some testimonials, right? So in the back, we would put testimonials in this welcome letter as well, just so that helped you stick in the program when you see other people's testimonials in there. So we used to send a welcome package to people that ordered. Another thing that we've done is with our freelance program, BG, I think we probably implemented it maybe after you signed up for Freelancing Cash Machine. But inside Freelancing Cash Machine, we actually have a workbook. Okay, and this workbook, once you order Freelancing Cash Machine, the next screen it takes you to is to fill out your address, your shipping address. And then that connects to here, Click to Mail, and it mails out the workbook that comes with the program. So not only do they get, when you order Freelancing Cash Machine, you get access to the digital version online, which has tons of videos, PDFs, and all this stuff, but then you also get shipped the workbook in the mail. Now, we do that for two reasons. One is because if you want to refund the program, you have to send back the workbook, and that's a lot of work, right? So that's kind of a strategy to, not get people to refund because they don't want to send back this workbook. And then another reason why we do it is because we want to be known. We want people to open their mailbox and say, oh, look, wow, I got something in the mail from Alicia and Lorette. Like, how rare is that? Right, and we want you to remember that you got something from us in the mail. Now, William, you got a DVD. I think that was probably a long time ago, and you still remember that you got the DVD because I think we used to send those out, gosh, like 2010 or a long time ago, I think. But yes, Michael, that is a good thought. So, not that. It's just a strategy when you're selling something online. When you send them something physical as well, and they have to return that, like I said, that's usually a lot of effort that people don't want to do. And they have to pay for shipping to return it as well. So, sometimes we would have them, here's your digital access, and then they would get all this stuff physical as well. So that's a thought when you're creating packages. Let's see. So, Click to Mail. So this is the site that we use, Click to Mail, and you can see that there's all these different options here. You can do postcards, letters and flyers, booklets. You can do easy letter sender. This is what William was talking about, EDDM, every door, priority mail, certified mail, all these different things here. Now, what you can do is that you can hire somebody, for example, on Fiverr, to create a postcard for you, right? So they can do a postcard design. So, for example, I'm clicking on postcard, right? Here's the different sizes, the 3.5, all these sizes. I think the larger postcards are definitely the better ones. This is a jumbo postcard because it'll stand out, right? The little postcard you don't really see. So you can click, for example, this jumbo postcard. And you can have somebody design a postcard, a 6x11 postcard for you, right? And you can go to Fiverr and have somebody create it for you. And then here they're actually giving you some other options here. So here's some templates that you can use. So when we have our designer do it, we download the template, send them the template, and then they design a postcard for us, okay? And then here are some FAQs. So here they're actually giving you some marketing tips, right? When should you send postcards, sale announcements, appointment reminders, promoting a new product, saying thank you, special occasions, building your brand, customer surveys, other contact information. It's a great just way to keep in touch with people, and it's low cost as well. So for example, we did a Christmas postcard. So all of our buyers of our program, we had a postcard designed, and it was for Christmas, and we sent it through Click to Mail to all of our students. So here's just more information here. So we can start here. So you can see here is where we can do some pricing. So let's say we want it double-sided, and production time, we can do, next day, of course, will probably be more expensive. So we'll do within 3 days because we have no rush here. We want full color, printing both sides, first class or standard. Okay, so we will keep it at first class. And let's see, cost estimate. There's our cost estimate, and here is the cost of each one. Now it depends on how many you want. So let's say here's a quantity of 1,000. The printing is 48 cents, and then the postage, so it's 90 cents per postcard if you were to send 1,000. So let's say we're going to send 500. Okay, and this one requires at least 1,000. So anyway, there's your prices. So if we were sending 1,000, it would cost $900 to do that, right? So it really depends on what you're going to create. So let's see. So like I said, there are probably cheaper options out there. There's Vistaprint, which I know is pretty cheap, but just want you to keep in your mind the opportunity of direct mail and how you could use it in your business, right? One of the best ways to use it, they give you all these examples, but even just doing Christmas cards, something like that, to keep in touch with your buyers. BJ is asking, is there a way you can track it by sending them to a special website? Exactly. So, one thing that we've done also is postcards, and in that postcard, they get a free gift, right? So if you have everybody like opting into your page, for example, and they have to put their address, you can ship them a postcard. On that postcard, you can do some type of, opting in to get a free gift, and that further qualifies them. The more effort that they have to do to sign up for something, the more qualified that they are, because that's showing that they really want it. They're taking that extra effort. So if you're sending a postcard and you're telling them, go to this website to redeem your free gift, then they really want that free gift. They're very interested. That's a very hot lead right there. Does that make sense? So not only did they opt in on your website, but now they're going to redeem something and physically putting it in their hand and going to a website. So that means they really want it. That's a very hot lead right there. Okay, so those are postcards. You can do note cards. You can do rack cards. So here's, a rack card right here, and it gets mailed, right? All this stuff, they do it for you, which makes it so amazing. So what we do, for example, with our buyers for the Christmas cards, you have an Excel template. You put all the buyers in the Excel template. You upload your design. You upload the Excel template, and then it automatically prints and ships it for you. And you do nothing. That's it. So you get your designer on Fiverr to create whatever you want to create. You have your list of whoever you want to mail it to. You upload both of them, and then it sends it out. So it's really seamless, really easy to do. You have flyers, brochures, and different things like that. Sometimes I've actually used this too. You might not need this, but I've personally used it because I do live in Jamaica, and I had to send like a certified mail. So I just uploaded my document that I needed to send through here and did the certified mail, and it mailed it off for me. Or if you need to send a letter, and you can't mail from where you are, you can use this and it sends out the mail on your behalf. So kind of neat there if you ever need to do that. Let me show you some other things. Let me show you the booklets. So these are one of the things that we mail. Let me see if I can log. Well, I don't want to log. So if I log into my account, you'll see that these are the booklets that we mail. And I can't really zoom into it, but it comes in a great envelope. Like, it looks so professional, printed very well. Here, let's see. We can show you a better picture. Not really. But if you go, the website is Click to Mail, just like it says right here, click2mail.com. And here are all the different things that you can do. But the booklets are really cool. Michael, that may be, something that would be good for your program. When people join, they get a booklet sent to them. Now, the way that I set it up to make it automated, so we always want automation, right? The less touch that you have to do, the less room for error. And you also want to live that laptop lifestyle, you know, that you don't have to go type in and upload things, right? So what we did to automate the process is that we use Zapier. Okay, so if you guys heard of Zapier, I'm sure a lot of you have, right? You heard of Zapier? So Zapier is the tool that connects from, so we have these names. So Michael says he uses it, William uses it, great. So Zapier is the connector, okay? So we use Aweber as well as some other autoresponders, but we use Aweber. Aweber collects the information. Aweber collects the people's name, email, address, phone number. So it collects that information. So now we need to get the Aweber information of the person to get into Click2Mail so that Click2Mail knows who to print and mail this booklet to, right? So we need something that talks to each other, that connects to each other, and Zapier is that middleman. Okay, so Zapier is the one that connects it. So what we do is that we have a Zap, and Zapier is free for like the basic zaps is what they call them. Sometimes some of them are more expensive. So like here you can see Facebook, it says premium because you have to pay to use the Facebook lead ad zap. So some of them are free. So here this is premium, this is premium. So it depends on what you're trying to use. You have to pay for some, and then some are free. So you can see up here it says I am on the free plan, so I don't have any that are paid. I'm going to show you my Zap, if I can show you that. Let's see. Okay, so these right here is Big Profit Centers. This is one of our programs. And then we also have Freelancing Cash Machine. So these are some of our Zaps. So let me see if I can show you how this one works. So Freelancing Cash Machine. So basically when somebody orders, so here's the trigger, okay? So the trigger is that somebody goes and we have a new subscriber. So they ordered our product, Freelancing Cash Machine. They're a new subscriber in our Aweber account. So every new subscriber goes into Aweber, that's the trigger, and then the action that it creates is that it creates this letter, which is actually our brochure. It creates this letter into Click2Mail. So it makes a quote-unquote order in Click2Mail, and then Click2Mail gets that notification, prints the booklet, and ships it to this new contact that just came into Aweber. Does that make sense? And now it's completely automated. So we don't have to do anything. So as the new orders come in, the Zap runs, and the brochure is printed and mailed to the new student. How cool is that, right? So it's very touch-free, right? Awesome, awesome. I love it. And then BJ says, is it only with Aweber? No, there's a ton of different Zaps that you can use. You would just need to find the Zap that fits with what you're using. So you can see right here on this front page are all the different options. So here are, so I was specifically using Aweber, but you can see, look at all these different, here's Active Campaign. You can do all these different things here. If you have Infusionsoft, if you have Facebook, so all these different things that you can use, right? So Aweber was right there. You can even do like GoToWebinar. Every person that signs up for my webinar gets, you can do a Zap that they would get a postcard, right? So that's a great, here's Shopify. If you guys have Shopify stores, every order placed on my Shopify store gets a leave feedback postcard, right? So you can have all these things integrated into it. Let's see. You can have, these are different like customer support desks that you can use. Here's MailChimp right here. So all different types of, look at all these, BJ. It just keeps going on and on and on. So all these different things that you can connect to. Right, so you just have to find the one that fits with what kind of Zap that you're kind of trying to create. Now, one of the newest ones that I just created yesterday, actually, let me show you that Zap. And you know, when you create these Zaps, you feel really smart. So I created a Zap yesterday. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So what we're doing is that it's this one, add a new Aweber subscriber to a Google spreadsheet. Now, the reason why I created this is that we are running a campaign. We're doing an event here in Jamaica. Les Brown is coming to Jamaica. You guys know Les Brown, right? One of the world's greatest motivational speaker. He is amazing, fabulous. If you don't know who Les Brown is, go to YouTube and look him up. But all of you should know who he is. Great motivational speaker. But yes, Shamita, woo woo, definitely. But he is coming to Jamaica, and we are, you know, it's through us, through one of our event companies that we have. And so we're running campaigns, and in our campaigns, in our opt-in form, people have to enter their name, email, and their phone number into our opt-in form. Okay, so they enter it into the opt-in form in Aweber, and then it goes into our autoresponder. But we have a sales team. We have a girl that does sales. She smiles and dials, right? And so all these leads that are coming in, once they come in, they're automatically going into a Google document, a Google spreadsheet. So she sees them come in, and then she picks up the phone and starts smiling and dialing and calling to get the people to buy the ticket to come see Les Brown, right? So it's a seamless process. I don't do anything. And then she tracks everything in that spreadsheet, like if it was a voicemail, if she talked to them, you know, different things like that. So that is the newest Zap that we created that's completely hands-free. So she goes in and she looks at the spreadsheet, and she sees these names just getting added magically, and she just starts calling them and writing notes. So that's another example of automating a process. You know, so think of different things on how you can use Zapier to make your business easier, run smoother, and make it automated so that you don't have to touch it. Right? So if there's something that you can integrate that maybe your virtual assistant can do, just like we have this set up so that our sales team can start making some sales calls, well, that's an example of what you can do with Zapier. So once again, Zapier is that middleman. And we've talked about if this, then that, which is another tool just like Zapier. But the reason why I wanted to show Zapier is because Zapier specifically integrates with Click-to-Mail. Right? And Click-to-Mail is that direct mail house that you can use. So that's the only way. When we were talking to Click-to-Mail, I asked them, I said, how can we automate this? Because we need to make this touch-free. And they told us, you know, we have a Zap set up with Zapier. So we went to Zapier, we set it up, and now it's all automated. So that is what I wanted to show you tonight. The power of, first of all, using direct mail, getting that back into your marketing funnel. If it is just to keep in communication with people, if you should incorporate it as part of your product, which I think is a great idea. And then you can also use it to further qualify leads that you have by sending them to an opt-in or something like that. Now, I do recommend when you're doing these booklets and doing these direct mail, make your pieces as big as possible. Don't do like a small little postcard. That gets lost. Do a booklet. Do a large postcard. Do something that stands out. And then remember, one of the main reasons we love direct mail is because there's less noise in your mailbox than there used to be, right? So go to the place where you have less competition and dominate it, right? And dominate it. Now, you may not get the, you know, the quick results that you get with email marketing and so forth, but it's definitely something that you need to add to your tool belt, right? You need to hit people in all angles. Yes, William was talking about lumpy mail, definitely. Let me see if I can pull that up right here. So lumpy mail is really cool because when you mail things with this, it has lumps in it. Literally, that's what it's called, lumpy mail. And when you get something in the mail that has some, like, look how cool this is. Like, here's a bottle that they're mailing. Got off the screen real quick. But, like, there's a bottle right here. Like, of course you're going to open that, right? How neat is that? And there's all these different things that you do. So price-wise, I'm not really sure how expensive it is, but oh, this is something that we used to do. We used to mail out bank bags, right? That's really cool. Here, somebody, you can see they're mailing out a trash can. but it definitely gets people's attention. So if you want to go to that direct mail route, then lumpy mail is a great strategy as well. Okay, so that's another way to increase your direct mail response rates, it says right here. So check that out as well if you want to start getting even more serious into direct mail. But it definitely gets people's attention for sure. Would you open a bottle? Would you open a bank bag? Of course you would. Now, we used to send out the bank bags, and that was to promote one of our products that was expensive. I think it was like a 1997 product. So therefore, we could justify spending the money in the lumpy mail. I wouldn't use that if you're just selling, you know, something cheap, because it may not work out financially, but you never know. Give it a chance. Direct mail is definitely a way to go. Does anybody have any questions about using direct mail? We've got lumpy mail here, which is, of course, our man of resources, William Humphreys. And then we've got click-to-mail is one that we've used quite often. And then we have using Zapier to pull it all together. Right? Any questions that you have for me? What do you guys think? Pretty cool, right? Start using some direct mail. And if you're not even using direct mail, at least look at Zapier. See how you can use Zapier in your business to help automate things. So definitely look at that as well. Any questions you guys have for me? No? All right. Okay, well, hopefully you incorporate something in there. Here, Michael says a $2.99 product, a 30-day refund, and they probably won't send the book back. Yes, I agree, Michael. I agree. So, all right, everybody. Well, hopefully this is helpful. If you do some direct mail, put my address on there so that I can see it, so I can get something in the mail, since I don't get anything in the mail, just bills. But thanks again, and have a great night, great morning, and we'll talk to you on the next Learning Tube. Thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, yes, William. William says, wait, let me see what William. You have another resource for us, William? All right, we'll see what William has. But once again, thank you, everybody. This is the Learning Tube, and make sure to use one of these in your business. Take care, everybody. Thank you.